Welcome to Tea Witch Treats. This week we are going to be diving headfirst into New York cookies from Ghostbusters, Shrek's Milkshake, obviously from Shrek, as well as Fiona's Pina Colada. I began this bake like I begin every bake, with some tea. Find a bowl with no slime on it and use it to mix the flour, salt, and baking powder together. In a separate bowl, more or less ionized, beat together the butter and brown sugar until the mixture is a pale golden color and mousse-like. For this bake, I chose roasted dandelion root tea. Then, add the egg and mix again. I would like to point out that the cookies did not feel as ghosty as I would have liked them to. Although I do respect the magical element of Ghostbusters, it seems much more scientific than magical to me. It is surprising that they are included, the two recipes from Ghostbusters, one we will see later on this year, in this book. I respect it and appreciate it nonetheless. Pour this mixture into the bowl of dry ingredients, stir everything together, and add the chocolate. Use your favorite ectoplasm spoon and drop small balls of dough gently onto the parchment paper, taking care to leave enough space between each one to allow them about 2 inches. Bake at 360 degrees Fahrenheit for 10 to 12 minutes. New York cookies. The Ghostbusters team spends a lot of time chasing after Slimer, the gelatinous green ghost who leaves disgusting traces of green slime wherever he goes. This extraordinary eater happens to be drawn to the delicacies of a New York food truck, allowing the Ghostbusters to defeat him and paint the town green. For these last two bakes, so to speak, if we can even call them that, I made lemon tea. Shrek's Milkshake. If, like Shrek, your best friend is a chatty donkey, head over heels for a dragon, and your father-in-law is a frog, or if your beloved swamp is suddenly invaded by magical creatures, a tall glass of this milkshake will help prepare you to face the day. Now, this recipe is a complete fabrication, as it stands in the book. I don't know how she completed it in the way that it looks in the picture, as you saw in the beginning, but that is not realistic, given the ingredients that are required for this recipe. Reason naturally dictates that when you combine the colors green and red, that you would get the color brown. To achieve any sort of green color effect, I had to add green food coloring, which is fine, but the recipe doesn't call for it. It relies solely on the avocado to give you the green coloring, and that is completely unrealistic when you are adding color red from watermelon into the recipe as well. I started on Fiona's Pina Colada with coconut milk, pineapple juice, blended together. Sugarcane syrup, Fiona's Pina Colada, alcohol-free. Locked in her tower, Princess Fiona yearns for someone to come and break the spell that is keeping her prisoner. To keep herself occupied, she dedicates herself to her martial arts practice and sips on pina coladas that, according to the magic mirror, are totally to die for. It does all look very pretty when it is plated. The cookies, of course, were delicious, as per the usual with most of the bakes in this book. Straightforward, fairly simplistic recipes. Apart from the cookies, the two drinks that I attempted to make this time, the milkshake and the pina colada, not for me. Did not taste like anything other than just avocado mixed with watermelon. I did roast some gummy worms over the fire though. I thought that was very Shrek-like. Fiona's pina colada, though, was actually quite delicious. In flavor, smooth texture, very simplistic, at-home recipe to be able to get the same flavor as what you could achieve in getting a pina colada from a restaurant. As we come to the close of another video, I wanted to say thank you for everyone who has watched my videos and is coming on this journey with me. I've completed 9 recipes out of 90, which is 10% of the book. I've also included a short compilation of a paint by numbers that my sister got me for my birthday because it was too cute not to share. Thank you so much again for watching, and I'll see you next time on Tea Witch Treats.